Good day, Lords and Ladies. Welcome back to Wildermyth. The full release as we play the Dravan campaign. Now, the party is going off here to do a mission. He's a bit hurt. I'm actually wondering if I should wait a little bit just to allow him to heal up. These guys are capturing that location. They're building the bridge. Okay, actually, I'm just going to let him heal up a tad, and then they can go to there. Yep. I'm just worried. Okay, they're getting that done. That tunnel needs to be dug through quickly. Okay. Ethan leads Hex onto the ancestral lands of the Aldwain family. The Aldwain land legend is a rich well of villains for bloodhook storytellers, a group of questionably related kinsfolk living in a secluded manner practicing dark arts. A dark craft, a swamp. Weren't these people rich? Come on, better if we stick close. As they tromp through the swamp. It's not so bad when you it's not bad when you get thick enough stones, only bad for visitors, which is probably what they intended. You're still in a swamp though, says Hex. Soon they were within a proper ruin, with towers half sunk and many of them tumbled. We're looking for a forge. There's a stairwell. And there you go. You saw this is right. This is how you unmake this thing. Here, take the torch. As Ethan draws a dagger, the oath of Odwen, the eyes over the forge begin to glow. The forge roars awake, vomiting hot coals. But like the dagger itself, the glowing embers arrest his eye. And then he sees two futures in the flames. Ethan. You hear a voice. In one, you see himself aged and alone, still fighting the same long losing battles he's embroiled in today. In the other, he's not much older than he is now. He's used the power and the dagger to bring peace to those he loves. Perhaps he should wield it. It would change him, but not immediately. In the meantime, think of all the good he could accomplish for his friends and for this world. Wouldn't everything turn out alright in the end? It always does for heroes. That's a false narrative if I've ever heard one. Most of the heroic myths actually tend, like if you read the older versions, not the more romanticized versions, they tend to be pretty grim in the outcome. Take Jason and the Argonauts. At the end of Jason and the Argonauts, he basically leaves the princess that's basically helped save his life on an island because she murders her little brother and then chops bits of him off and throws it into the sea to help them escape from her father, because the father always stops to pick up the bits of his son. The crew doesn't want her on the ship. He leaves her on an island, but because he promised to marry her, I'm trying to actually remember exactly how he does. Does he stay on the island with? I think in the earlier versions, he stays on the island with her as the ship sails home. They get home. He breaks his oath of marriage to her that he promised. The gods curse him. He tries to hang himself from the prow of his ship, but the figurehead, which has become rotted and worn, breaks off and hits him on the back of the head and kills him. So yeah, like, it doesn't always work out for heroes. Hercules, basically, like, he finds pardon from the gods, but he still murders his family at the beginning of the story. And there's a whole bunch of other things, yeah. So yeah, no, let's destroy the dagger. The dagger meets the forge and instantly melts. The coals jump and fly. Frigid air fills the room, snuffs the torch. And then an apparition takes shape. Is it truly done? You cast away that cursed blade of mine. Yours. The spirit resolves into the form of a man. I made it in vengeance to punish the world that persecuted my family. So rashly done. You regret it, you mean? The anger was cold in me long before the glow and surrounds the lost Aldwen mystic, flares brightly for a moment, and then he's gone. Where he stood lies what looks like a bolt of fabric. A second glance at a cloak of ghostly weave. Ethan bends to pick it up. You saw you want to touch that? Just go through destroying an uneven artifact, didn't you? This feels different. Guru! A bestial... Man, the game is laggy today. Sorry about that, folks. If there's a issue with the recording, yeah, I don't know. There was an update, and it's made my recording software really buggy. Mantle of Hope and Vigil, gifted by grateful spirits. So it's... Man, I do not know what's going on with my recording today at all. I don't know what's going on. Right, okay, so... Potency, bonus damage, and warding. Who do we want to give it to? Tempted to give it to him, actually. Right, okay. Musrocks. Musrocks is annoying because it has a lot of charge. Yeah, okay. Something really weird is going on because the game keeps on taking super long pauses, and I do not know why. That's going to probably move and charge us, so we need to clear the way. Let's see if we can infuse something. Let's see if we can get it with Wildest Grasp. It's hobbled. Okay. Man, that thing is tough. It's blocking a lot of the damage, but we're keeping it from doing its charge attack, which is the strongest thing it does. And we've got a tier 3 Woe Biter Greatsword. That is very nice. I'm going to give it to my main fighter. Stun chance increase, which is crit hit chance. I'm boosting up my primary combat party first. They leave the Aldwain estate behind to sink into the obliviating muck of time. You good? I'm fine, just feeling sorry for just all the suffering that gets buried in the stories we tell and the ones we don't. It will be a while before they feel like talking again, but not so long. But by the morning of their return, they carry peace in their hearts. So he leveled up, which is fantastic. Gonna grab Piercing Shot. Right. They're done with that. What I really want to do, if I'm able... Not enough stuff. Okay. There we go. They finished that. Some ingots and some fabric. And stun chance. Okay. Now this can go on one of our fighters. Let's see who needs it. Get her thing up. Right. They've gathered. You've got to scout that location for your lot. You've got another calamity incoming. And I'm going to stop those two. So those guys are really starting to beef up. Ooh, haven't seen this thing on before. Not everything grows on a tree, but more things do than you might think. Once every long enough, a star seed tree blooms. Its soft light ripen, then floats off into the sky. And that's where stars come from? Or perhaps a snuffling god sneezes out of the sky, but I like this better. You see it glowing. There's some lovely looking ones high up. You're not thinking of grabbing one, are you? Oh, I'm thinking. Because see, the thing about a starseed tree is that none may climb it. Who makes the rules anyway? Yeah, let's try for 67. You don't scare off Groffling, Hailing that easily. What's my staff? He clambers up. Can't say he's not determined. There's something about the tree seed light that is disorientating. They break up distance in a way that makes Gruff have to keep tight track of his limbs. My arm, then leg, arm, leg, other leg, right. He brings up childhood memories of racing the other boys up winding oaks in the woods. Skinny Cumbert almost beat me once. Almost. Ugh. That was close. Getting sloppy, Gruff. Anyway, perhaps this is far enough. Gruffing snaps off a stick bearing a fine, bright orb. Then, with a little more rustling, justling, he descends the star seed trunk. What's the ankle, sir? It'd be shame to crack 'em on the last few feet. My ankles are dependable. Whoomp. The jostling tree lets go of its light, and sure enough, they float off slowly into the dark. Off we go, or off to wherever they go. Hopefully the sky won't mind being one-star sort this season. Wait, you got something then? See for yourself. +3 stun chance. And we got a level 2, that's actually really nice. She's already got level 2 1, so she doesn't need it. I will give it to him. So you can have it. Yeah, take the location. So we can have fabric or hide. What do we need? You've got tons of fabric, we need hide. Okay, so they've completed that. So you guys can go over here now and scout that out. Okay, so they've completed that. So you can go over there and do this. Okay. We should be able to get someone there quickly enough to do this. Let's go. I have lost eyes, thrown them irretrievably upon the sea. I have drowned my voice in those wailing waters. Orcas at sunset, the waves distant, have washed my memories away. I have seen the end, watched it come and watched it pass many times. Now I know something of what lies ahead. Borley and Keto wait for the others to come up the road, taking shelter in an abandoned place. They've chanced on another traveller. I've seen a few ends myself. I speak of the earth scaling over, a sky full of cinders, oblivion. It does seem to be what you speak of. Can I ask why? You could say that I have run out of jokes, that I have flown afoul of too many flittery truths. Rain chatters on the thickets. I have seen things written in the turning of storms, in silver-wet letters, in shaking pages of rain. I have read of dreams left behind this yondering. I have read of dooms the years intend. I have read until my eyes shine and my stomach roars. I have read of you. I know what you are meant to be. The crow caws. Fate's fine, but I prefer a potato fritter. No one demands you believe, only you must endure what happens. The old storage building smells like ancient hay, moist rock, and the burning pine pits of their torches. The woman's robes move like it's a part of her. She shrugs. Fortunes were given to crows to tell, and crows were kind enough to share their gift with witches. A witch well paid shares fortunes with the way blind. Rumble. Let's see. Take 1 point of damage. Transformation. Black wings like in my dream. Transformation. I can tell your future. You'll be a lonely old bird lady. Let's go with take 1 damage. It will be more than a drop. Alright, but probably not very tasty. I give you a finger's worth. Sorry. Alright, probably not very tasty. I'll give you a finger's worth. I eat so much garlic. Love, wait, why? Why do this? It's not too much blood to give to a stranger. A finger's worth is fair price. She steps closer. It startles Borley, hearing the woman's breath, smelling the dust of the day on her, smelling the dampness in her cloak. She's much more alive than she seemed. Every shadow stoops with her. She leans over Borley's nervous hand and scratches it and collects the blood in a clay jar. You okay? Just need to wrap it. There's a reason I offered blood, you know. Blood is faith. Blood is faith. What I see for you is this. Summer will be a sorrow word, and flames will peel the light off this land. You or your companions will make a decision wherever to unite a king with his ancient doom, or to muster him yourself when you face him amid the smoke of a smouldering mountain. Does all this end someday, and do we survive? It might, and you may. Certainties can still be spoiled if we give them away. So from the sounds of that, we can have a chance of either allowing the warlord to become the vessel, for the awakening of the dragon, or to persuade him that it's not worth giving his life up in the ritual. But I will give you something in their place. Blood is faith, and faith has reward. The remainder of the dark passes, and the rain belting the buildings begins to sound comfortable. Occasional thunder marks the storm's passage. Borley and Keto sleep at some point, taking turns trading glances with the stranger's silent gone witch. Just at dawn's brink, the rain stops, and in the world she wanders again. They travel on to Fogsmith Well. Hey, Kettle. There you are, Borley with you. Couldn't find you in the rain, had to camp. So we got a feather cloak, speed and dodge, very nice. Borley's going to retire at the end of this chapter. Holy smokes. Okay, that's pretty bad. It's because he's my main damage dealer. Well, I better get her son up to snuff then. Actually, maybe. Yeah, get him up. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. And they've got a sprite. No, they've got a spirit and he's running off. I doubt we'll be able to get him. I don't want to risk taking a ton of damage. So let's... Snare Trap, Discus, Bone Lance perhaps for her. Ooh, killed both of them and got an action back for it. Okay. We'll get Shackle. Okay, we'll infuse with the Splinter Blast. Ooh, these guys are really good at blocking. Right, you killed him off. Yeah. I forgot these guys are very, very good at doing that. And dodging as well. I don't think we're going to be getting the spirit. Get up here. Ah, that's my mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I did the stupid thing. I meant to infuse that in an attack, but I timed it poorly. Okay. Get Guardian up. We'll move you up here. And you can take a pot shot the first one. Yeah, these rogues are getting nasty. We've got 2 turns left to break through and find the spirit if we want to try and get it. No, the spirit's up there. I should be able to deal with these 2. We can get... Can't get Scolding Rain off. We can get that though. He does, which is fine. Cone of Fire last. Get up there. We can't get a free bite off. But you can stab him. Yeah, we killed before we could get the alas, we cannot get to the sprite in time. That's unfortunate. Well, it happens. He got up to level 5, which is nice. Endurance is really nice. Melee attacks only cost 1 action, which is actually pretty pleasant. Upgrade Paladin is really nice as well. Backslam, Battle Dancer is really nice. But so is Armor and Warding. I'm going to grab Battle Dancer. Ooh, a tier 2 axe. That's really nice. She's retiring. It depends what we want to... I don't want to have all my good gear just on one person. She's a fighter, though. I could give her a shield and a grate and an axe. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Flare axe, Bulgor. Let's go with Bulgor. Block is good, though. I will give block to him, since he's not got a shield, so he has to have a nice high block chance. And they get increased 25% health. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Okay. We've been waiting for hours. The light has faded to dusk. I think we've gone in circles. I swear I've seen that tree before. I'm not sure I like this. Did you hear that? That was just you stepping on a twig. I guess that's what it was. Come on, let's go this way. Try to watch your step, twig stomper. Suddenly, the paths widened, spilling out into a large clearing bathed in starlight. Figures dance. This music, it calls to me. We should join them. Join them? They seem like a profoundly bad idea. They have no faces. Let's dance amongst the stones. 81% chance. Come on. I've got 2 left feet, I've got 2 left feet. I'm better as an audience member. As soon as Zeren steps between the stones, music washes over her. Unlike anything she's ever heard before, and yet its melody seemed familiar. Were not these drums always beating in time with her heart? Had she not always found herself absently humming this tune? She flows amongst them, a beam of starlight woven with the others. There is a moment when the withering comes to a nearly freezed pace, when the dancers are spinning and spinning, orbiting and nearly carried away. Around her the spectres cry out in adulation. Zeren hears her own voice joining them. With a crashing crescendo, the music falls suddenly silent. Her voice, like water trickling over the stone, speaks, "You honour me well, Zeren." She stands silent, humbled and awed. At her feet something blue glimmers, a small book, worn with age. For a moment the constellations on its cover sparkle, then it lies, quiet and still, waiting. Finally Zeren emerges from the stone. "Zeren, you're back." "I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but that was amazing." They exchanged looks in confusion. "You were gone for like 10 seconds. You just walked into the circle, shouted some unintelligible words, and then came back out." "But the spectres vanished right after you went near them." "But look, I was given this book." "What does those symbols mean?" "I have no idea, but I know I've seen them before." "Can we just get out of here before any more faceless dancing creatures reappear?" says Hex. "So I go, but part of my soul will always be here." Get an outpost. More hide, please. Okay, that's done. You guys need to get over here and scout that. And they've secured this location. Fabric and spell thread. Stormflint cloak. Potency. Yeah. I need to be buffing up her, really, so yes, he can have it. Right, with that done, you guys are going to... Calamity's incoming. I want to clear out this place before we go to the tile. So, yeah, you guys can go there and help build the defense. Because they're starting to intrude. Which I don't like. Okay. And they have become lovers. You shall assault nest. The compatriots of the Blooming Angel have passed many abandoned homesteads as they trekked through the brood wild. But to see a light and a ribbon of smoke ahead was a surprise as it was a welcome. one little haven still staked out, huh? Folks can hang on a while when they've got something to lose. Well, let's hope they're hospitable to boot. There's a man at the door. Evening, I have to say we weren't expecting a friendly face this close to Amber Town Workshop. Assuming you're friendly. They exchange looks. What? Oh, of course, sorry. Come in, come in. Normally I offer you some milk or cheese, but things being as they are, if you've got a roof and a fireplace, that we're already appreciative. You've kept cows? Where then? Or sheep? Kept, right. Cows, my livelihood. I'm surprised anyone would hang around Ambertown Workshop with the Gorgon corruption so close, especially a cattle farmer. The thing is, those cows and me, we depend on each other. And just like they wouldn't abandon me, I wouldn't abandon them. And he looks out the window and sees one of the cows. What exactly is going on here? You know that sort of question we have to ask, right? I'll take you out back. I was hoping to introduce you to the ladies and their conditions a little more delicately, but long story short, I'm glad they held out until somebody like you came along. Like us? Well, you're ones who help. You have magic, don't you? And experience with... You're the ones who do the impossible. Not in the way you think, I'm afraid. I hate to tell you this, but the cow's fate was sealed a while ago. They're more of a danger to you by the day, and when they finally turn, it won't be pretty. You couldn't at least take a look at them? See if there was something. They exchange looks. Hex, you've got that look. What odd that odds weighing look. We could study them, perhaps. Yeah, let's study them. Think about the upside, knowledge, or better. It would be a shame of leaving something that valuable on the table. As long as it's a risk you can afford to take. We will take a few days and look at them over. It's not like we have an official appointment time at Amber Workshop anyway. Excuse me a second, folks. Sorry about that, folks. An alarm was going off. Thank you doesn't sound like much, but thank you. Waller puts them up well, and Hex appraises the cattle's carefully for a few days. Well, we know more about how to cure the progressors in Beast. Nothing about how to stop it, unfortunately. That's something, though. Unless you had actually hoped to cure them. Saviol Hex has broken the Gorgon's menace wide open, everyone. Let's buy him around and declare a holiday. Suddenly, the creatures turn. Change plans, folks. We're not going to Ambertown Workshop anymore. Ambertown Workshop got impatient and decided to come to us. And the creatures burst through the defences. Oh, now that their friends are here, they don't want to be left alone. Okay, here we go. Right, leveled up. Untouchable. Guardian is like Battle Dancer and Paladin are really nice. I'm going to take Battle Dancer though because there's a lot of enemies. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies. Oh boy, that's going to be nasty. Okay. We need to fall back to this disclosure because we have a better chance of actually holding things off if we can get to cover. You two are going to team up. You're going to go in fusion. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. You've got your axe out. We need to take that bear out. That thing's gonna... yeah, those bears are just horrific if they get too close. they're hobbling us. We're going to get surrounded if we're not careful. Okay. Mage needs to fall back. He's hobbled. Oh, he dodged. Yeah, this is bad. Now we're getting overrun. I should have just killed the cows. I dodged. Okay. No. Okay, you're taking a pounding. You only need to kill this thing up here. Splinter Blast. Let's go Constrict. Okay, let's took that out. Right. Get an action back for that. Take that one out. Take that one out. Yeah, we're taking a lot of corruption. Take the arrow to the face. He leveled up nicely. Ooh, tier 2 armor. That would be really nice to have. She's retiring this session, this episode, so there's no point. That's 2. I am going to give it to him. Speed is nice. 6 tiles, 5 tiles. Actually, her speed's terrible, but it won't actually do much. Keep her speed up. He leveled up as well, very nice. Bard is useful, Sentinel. Long reach is really good with a great sword. They kill all the creatures. They glance around and they look back in terror and sadness. Sorry about your farm. Yeah, they get corruption. Reclaim what we can find here quickly. They're going to build up terrain. They reclaim that. Perhaps one day they tell a story of this very spot. Ingots and spell spread. Melee range and melee accuracy and range accuracy. I need to actually be getting these people up. Man, I have a very heavy... My backup party is pretty much all just... I'm going to give it to him. Pretty much just all melee fighters. Right, dismiss. Calamity is on the way. Let's stop them from getting that, but it's going to take all of our legacy points to do that. So they're going to get that. Right, dismiss that. And then we can scout the final location. It's going to take us 11 days to get there. 11 days to scout it, so we'll have enough time before next incursion. We've cleaned out the region. Recovered all the items. We've used most of our legacy points to do it, though. These guys haven't got much stronger. The rest of the factions have, though. I mean, some of them have got pretty nasty, but we're okay. Haven't run into any of the deepest in this campaign. Maybe they're not active. But yeah, the final, like this, oh, what's this? Book of Stars. You found this book full of constellations and strange writings. Someone needs to take some time to focus on translating the Book of Stars. Ooh, we're actually really far away. I didn't realise that was there. That's a shame. I don't think I have time to go and do that. There's going to be another incursion. I mean, we could bunker down and maybe it'd be worth it. Maybe do this. The last resort. Pauly must follow a recurring dream. Okay. So she's got an opportunity. But that's for next time, folks. I've got too many things to do right now. So many options. I want to translate the book because hopefully it'll give me legacy points. The opportunity would be nice as well, especially since especially since Bovair is retiring at the end of this chapter. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Lots to do. I've been Cornish-knight. This has been Wildermyth, the Davea campaign. I shall see you all again next time. I've been Cornish-knight. Goodbye, everybody.